car business has been bad news bears for consumers for the last 6 years. Automakers have gotten addicted to only making and selling crazy expensive vehicles to the point that they have priced their product outside the reach of most Americans to be able to get a vehicle. But I want to give you a counterpoint to that. Consumer Reports did a neat matrix. They looked for very affordable vehicles that also are really good vehicles to own. And all the vehicles on their list started at a price that is going to surprise you, because the average cost of a new vehicle in the United States is now $50,000 plus. But these 10 vehicles are $20,000 something. Yeah. I'm going to give them to you in the order that Consumer Reports rated them. So should I do this the 10th best or the first best first? I'll do it like they do in countdowns. The 10th best to buy that you can buy for $20-something thousand is the Subaru Crosstrek. 9th, the Mazda 3. 8th, the Nissan Kicks. 7th, the Subaru Impreza. Already 2 Subarus on the list. 6th, the Kia K4. I don't have any idea what a K4 is. 5th, the Toyota Corolla hatchback. 4th, the Chevy Trax. 3rd, the Hyundai Elantra. 2nd, the Hyundai Venue. V-E-N-U-E. I don't know what that is either. I thought I knew cars. And then the number one best on this affordable car list for new vehicles, Toyota Corolla. So Corolla hits the list twice, with the hatchback in 5th place and the regular Corolla in 1st place. And so one thing in common with these, a lot of these are either small crossovers or traditional cars, passenger vehicles. The market in the United States so heavily has moved to SUVs, and the automakers love them because the perceived value of an SUV is higher to a buyer, and then they jam on all those extra options on them and run the prices way up. And I mentioned back in December, there's also a deal that's an odd one on new vehicles. There are 2024 model vehicles that are stuck in inventory on a number of dealer lots. Here we are, model year 26, and there are 24s still sitting there unsold. And the manufacturers are going to have to incentivize the dealers to move those on, because they're not getting better with time, and the value of them is depreciating sitting on the lot. However, if you find one of these deals on a 2024, and it's not related to those 10 vehicles I talked about, it's just vehicles in general. If you buy a 24, it needs to be something you're going to own a long time. Go with my 10-year rule, because there's so much depreciation in value based on model year versus mileage. And so you'd only buy strategically, you'd buy a 24 model year that's still sitting there unloved if it's one you can see yourself having in 2036, that you'll still be driving it. A couple other minor things I wanted to tell you. I just am so frustrated with what's called the grind. That's how so many new vehicle and used vehicle dealers still engage in the anti-consumer practices of the past, where they try to get you hungry, stall you at a dealership, keep you there for hours, hope you get dehydrated, along with being hungry. And before you know it, you have bought something you can't afford with payment terms that are terrible and all kinds of add-ons you didn't want and all the rest. And it's called the grind, the way they grind you down. And of all people who are starting to make a difference with new vehicle purchases, Carvana, which does the thing where you can have the app on your phone and you can buy a used car right on your phone, they have been buying new car dealerships and experimenting with selling new cars cleanly to you like they do with used vehicles, where you know the price, there's no games, there's no gimmicks, you know the vehicle, the equipment, the color, everything, no games. And it is only by tradition that the car business stubbornly holds on to the old way of doing things. I thought mistakenly, roughly 30 years ago when CarMax started, that CarMax was going to change the vehicle business. And they did for the people who buy from them, where you know the price on anything, there's no pressure, no games, it's a simple, clean process. But most dealerships still sell used cars the old-fashioned way, playing games, gimmicks, and selling you something that could be junk. And the second you sign the paperwork, you own it, whatever problems it has. CarMax, Carvana have the thing where you can bring the vehicle back for a full refund within a period of time. Because used vehicles, they got histories, and a lot of times they're not good. So the business is changing, just more gradually than I expected or would have hoped.